Hello, my name is Rochelle and this is my helper Steph, and behind the camera is Emily. Multiplication is an important skill for mathematicians. This activity focuses on students mainly in grade 1 and grade 2. The prior knowledge that we assume that these students would have is doing addition. The focus will be making, recording and understanding arrays. The main objective of this is to use the array models to provide parallel development of a brain picture for multiplication and memorization of associated facts. So this is so students can have a visual connection between the two. Today we'll be learning what it means to multiply. This activity is known as tackling timetables. So this activity will require Smarties, which is here, and an array model background format. In this lesson, it says that there is 5 times 4, so which it also means is 5 times 4 is 5 groups of 4, or in array format, 5 rows of 4. So using this background of arrays, Steph, my little helper, will show us what 5 rows of 4 means. So when the students use Smarties and using this background, it just gives them more interest. They're more interested in the activity. So that is the 5 groups of 4, and that's 5 rows of 4. So this gives them that visual to help them actually understand the topic. While I'm telling the teachers this, as a teacher, I would get the students to write the multiplication sum as well as the repeated sum, so the students can make that connection between the two. So essentially both of the equations equal the same. So I'll get them to actually write down 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20, and 5 times 4 equals 20. And then I'll actually get them to actually draw out the array models so they can actually visually connect the whole concept together. To ensure students have grasped this skill, I would modify this game by asking students to show me as a teacher different arrays that equal the same answer. So for an example, Steph will show us how to obtain the number 12 at 2 different ways of arrays. So right now she's doing 4 groups of 3, which equals 12, as well as 6 groups of 2, which also shows me that she has grasped this skill of arrays and is ready to move on for the next step of multiplication. According to Booker, the use of arrays is fundamental to developing the multiplication as an operation in its own right, independently of addition, as arrays not only facilitate the process of determining the product but also enables children to discriminate between multiplication and addition. They should take precedence over simple forming equation groups as practicable. The likely difficulties that Booker says that students would have is when you actually go through this activity, they may use the addition notion instead of using the multiplication notion. So instead of thinking in their heads, okay, 5 times 4 equals 20, they'll actually be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll continue doing that 4 times until they actually equal 20. This is a great lesson as this activity helps put the conceptual background with activities involving array models, as well as it encourages children to work like a mathematician, which is an ultimate objective of the mathematics curriculum. As such as this lesson may be repeated for students on ongoing development and practice of skills of multiplication. Now I'm going to pass it on to Emily, who will be talking about division.